Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome back to Motorsport Manager. We're continuing with our custom team Elysium racing. We're in the second season so far and not doing too badly. The next match, race, is Ardennes. So it's got a low tyre wear, 13 laps. That's not actually that far. High fuel burn though, so still probably a two-pit approach. Our engine's okay. Let's hope this one goes well. We could try for 6th. I feel at this stage we should probably be going 12th though. I kind of wish we could guarantee ourselves a 6th place. But I don't think that's going to be in our ballpark. So 12th or above it is. Part fitting. I believe all our parts are good. Let's do this. Hello Belgium. How you doing? Not Germany. Definitely Belgium. Right. We're looking at a 15.7, 25.7 on the front and back spoilers. We're probably going to be practicing with soft tyres. Don't think this is going to be a wet one. Can't remember what they said about race day, so I'm going to pretend like it's not going to be raining. Now we're going to ignore Carl. So, let's give ourselves 15.7. 25.7. Bring it down to 20.4. Push that down and get you up to 75. And you up to 69, I believe. Yeah, that seems good. Damn, these tires can go pretty far. Yeah, we'll practice with super soft. And same over here. So, super soft it is. Tire pressure. That is fine. Get up to 75 and you up to 69. Right, let's do this. Practice it is. Practice makes perfect. Or more precisely, makes close enough and that'll do. It just doesn't sound as good, does it? Right. Out we go. Now, the one downside about Ardennes is it's got this very long pit lane. That big turn there, the extra length, that really does slow down pits in my experience. So, hopefully, we won't be pitting too much. We've got the reliability this time around. Reliability has been a bit of a problem the last few races, but hopefully we've got that sorted, squared away. It won't be an issue anymore. Right, what do you think of the setup? Could do with some tweaking, but otherwise not bad. 96% though. Damn. Yeah, let's up our top speed and just send you straight back out. For you, 92. Yeah, we'll up you a little bit as well. Right. Give a bit of a welly. And we're going to leave them out till they tell me that the top speed has got better or worse. Like, if they tell us that the gears have got better or worse, we'll know. You either need more acceleration or you need more top speed. Just let me know, and I'll adjust. Pretty fast lap, though. I mean, it's only the out lap, so I won't actually get a proper time. But I feel we're doing not badly. Like, look, we're catching up to these guys slowly. Gearing seems just right. Okay, so that's not really, it's an improvement. That's kind of, it's just right. I'd kind of like them to say, you know, it's better or worse. But we'll take it. Only slightly behind the race leader. Oh, practice leader, I guess. We are being slowed down by the guys in front, though. And about a second difference. That's not bad. Yeah, 1.1 and 1.4. I'll take it. Right, on our way back in. We're already halfway through Tier 2. Hopefully we can get to Tier 3. It's going to be close, but I think we'll make it. Yeah, you really are slowing us down. Every time you're braking very, very harsh. Alright, how did you feel about that? Yeah, you felt great about it, so out you go. That will get you out. Nice long stint. 98%. You're probably about 94, I imagine? Yeah, 94. Bang on. Alright, get out. Get your practice in. This is all coming down to the race day. Now, we're, what, third in the championship at the moment off the top of my head? So, hey, we're above our target, but at this point, hitting our target's not really going to be a massive issue unless we really screw up or more people crash. Lara, I'm talking to you. What we... Oh, stop merging with my car. That's got to be against the rules. Yeah, you entirely merged with our car there. That's just uncalled for. At this point, we are just trying to make ourselves the best we can be. To get more prize money, to get more marketability and sponsorships, but primarily to put ourselves into a decent position so that maybe next season we can promote. It's very unlikely that you can promote in Season 3. It is possible, but I mean possible. Everything will need to go very, very right, and I'm not a perfect player at this game, so it would be asking for a lot. Since we're coming into our final lap, might as well move to overtake mode. Push everything. Come on. Get to the top of Tier 3. You're so close. It's gonna come down to the wire. Come on. Come on. This is actually gonna come down to the wire. Oh my god, we're gonna miss it. Oh, we did it! We did it! Oh my god, that was so close! Oh my god. Did you see how close that was? We only got it just before we hit the finish line. But we've got our Tier 3s in soft, we've got our Tier 3 in trims. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. And look at that, we got the second fastest time on the lap. And the 5th. That bodes really well for us. Maybe we should have gone the 6th. It's a sponsorship deal. Oh well, hindsight's 2020. We can do this. This is probably better than pit stop refueling, is faster. Intermediate tyres, we can't guarantee it's going to be wet. As far as we know, it's going to be dry. Car setup. Downforce. That's all good. What we need to really focus on is our tyres and fuel options. Oh, we could do it. We could do the one pit strat. We could actually do a one pit strat. A one pit strat might pay off here. It might really hurt us, but it could really pay off. Do it. We're going to do it. Out the gate, I want you on low. It's going to hurt us to begin with, but we can make it work. Both of you are going to be picking at the same time. We're going to play it safe on that one. And let's see how we do. Now, this means that we need to make this 6 laps of fuel last for 7 laps. It's going to be tight, but I think we can do it. Now, bear in mind that since we are burning low on the engines, we are getting less power than everyone else, so we're doing okay to be holding our position in the pack at the moment. The key will come in when people start pitting in about 4-5 laps time, and we just try and hold on. We made 0.1 extra laps of fuel there. If we do that on every lap, we're still going to be a bit shy on the fuel, so it might be a bit iffy. Yeah, stop pushing those tyres. You're not getting any bonus out of them now. Those tyres have to last. They'll definitely last, though. Okay. How much extra fuel are we looking at here? 0.25. 0.25? We might just almost make this, and we can coast for the last little bit if we need to. And we're still tight with the pack. It's not bad. That's very good driving considering we've got the engine turned all the way down. Come on, Engelhardt. You've got this, come on. We might see a few people pitting here. Unlikely. No? Okay. Then it's this lap. We'll see people... Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was lap 3. I thought it was lap 4. If it was lap 4, we might see people pitting. So this one, we might see people pitting. It's unlikely. We're probably going to see them pitting on 5, but people might pit on 4. 4 would be an early pit. How are we doing? The 14th and 19th. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay, no one pits that way around. In which case, we're going to see someone pitting on this lap. If they pit next lap, I'd be a little bit more surprised, but I'm thinking that there's going to be a lot of people pitting this lap. There we go. We're seeing people starting to put their pit flags out. This is going to be it. And our fuel is going to be tight. We're going to run out of fuel about here, but coasting is going to be okay. Now we're now into first and second. Here we go. Got to make this count. It's a lot of extra time we've got on them. We've got a good 10 seconds there. Let's make this count. Come on, we've just got to hold on to this lead. We're out of fuel, if this were the next lap. So bear in mind that this is going to be a coast period. There's definitely going to be a coast period. But we're going to take it. Now, I'm going to issue orders right now. Change over. Refuel. Double check the parts. They're all fine. And we will do a fast for you, because you're going to be in the front. Yeah, we'll risk a fast. If you get held up, you're holding up number 2 a lot more. That won't be good. You're good. Would have balanced for you. I can't remember for the life of me if I actually increased your fuel. I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't want to get caught out by a simple mistake, so there we go. Right, now, this is the moment of truth. If we coast for too long, we'll have really lost a lot of that momentum, but I think we'll only be coasting for about 4 or 5 seconds. It'll still be worth it. Okay. We've got to make sure we get past the turns with our fuel. Here we go. Fuel is out now. We're in coasting mode. That's fine. That is really good. That's really good. Coming out of here, I want to be on medium. There's a mistake. The mistake is 8 seconds. That was bad. Okay, that was not good. That was not good. But everyone else is going to have to pit and we aren't. So we'll see what we can do. The pack's still fairly tight. Hopefully we can make something out of this. The pack's starting to spread out. Now if the pack spreads out and we get caught back here, we're going to have some trouble actually taking over. Because if we need to overtake someone here, and they're pitting really early, we're going to lose our advantage. Our advantage consists of, yep, we're seeing people pitting on this lap. This is when we're going to see people pitting, so we need to make every second count. I will probably say we turn ourselves up to like a full-on overtake mode. In fact, I'm going to turn you on to overtake mode now, because you're behind. You're being held up by people. Overtake mode for you. Do it. Okay, Engel. You're good. Switch back to a medium. Seventh and 11th. And a lot of people in front of us are still going to need to pit. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Ooh, I'm trying to overtake. No, you don't. In fact, everyone but 6 is going to need to pit here. Yeah, we're seeing the flags. They're coming out of the pit lane. Ooh, we are in 5th and 7th. Now, this is a straight-up normal battle. Can we overtake anyone? I'm very happy with the position we're in. We're way above our sponsor objective. 6 would be a bit of a press at this stage. Like, we're only just holding on to 5th. 6 is definitely coming up behind us. So, hindsight, maybe I would have gone with 6, but you know, hindsight's great and all that. Right now, we need to hold on to what we've got. Engelhardt, someone's coming up behind you. You're kind of pushing the tyres to them anyway. You can go temporarily a little bit harsher on the engine. You've got a little bit of excess fuel. Not a lot, though, so don't burn it too hard. Oh, no. Okay, we're back to medium then. Engelhardt's in 6. That said, 6 and 7th do have a bit of a lead there, so if we can keep hold of that lead, we'll be good. Yeah, I know your tyre degs are pushing through the roof, but it's the last lap. It's final countdown. There's not much going to change. 6 is, you know, too much to 5, and 7 is, yeah, you're going to have to overtake both 6, which is us, and 5. So I'm not going to push anything. I'm going to leave everything as it is. We're just going to coast that last few seconds into the final checkered flag. Come on! I am happy with that result. 6 and 7 is a respectable position. Feel good about that. Number 20. Oh, poor number 20. Santa Ana. Wasn't it you who a few races ago was like 4 minutes behind the pack? You know what? That was okay. If we hadn't had the 8-second loss from the pit, we'd be a lot better off, though. We'd be a lot better off. That hurt us, and that's entirely the pit crew's fault. I think the pit crew there are responsible for us dropping about 2 places, maybe even 3. I'd probably say 2. We could have been 4-5 rather than 6-7. 4-5 is a big difference because that's just outside the podium. Hey, these things happen. I played the risks. I got stung. But it's a lot better than last time. A lot better than last time. Still 3rd in the championship. Unfortunately, Eastwood, were you the ones who got demoted from Tier 2 into Tier 3? I don't really feel bad about losing out to you. But we're 3rd. We're 3 points away from 2nd. At first, yeah, no, we're not going to be able to touch that. Not unless they have a massive failure on the last race and we ace it. Because it's double points. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do that. Vexala? We might be able to beat them. It would be tough. They're a pretty decent team, but we might be able to. We've got spec gearboxes next year as well, remember? So it's going to come down to the drivers a bit more than the cars. Now, of course, we've still got engines. Hello! Sorry, there was a little bit of a wobble there of the recording, but we're back, and we're going to try and make this a 2-episode recording. A two race recording. You attempted a quick pit for Engelhardt during the last race, but it was a mistake. We had to go through it. Every mistake makes a difference in the sport. The chairman probably won't like saying that because that kind of contradicts what he said. Most sports isn't the place for gambling. If I can't be performing so poorly, oh dear. He's right, I should be more careful. We had to go for it! Oh, okay, the drivers don't like that. Fair enough, they've got morale to spare. Right, let's carry on. Repairs complete. We're fine, we're still working on those parts, so I don't think we need to change them. We've still got our engine we're working on, which is pretty illegal. Not highly illegal, but it's mediumly. Mediumly? Medianly. It's averagely illegal. It's in the middle. So I don't really want to use that unless I really have to, and quite frankly, if I do and I get caught, that's $2 million worth of engine gone. So, choosing a vote. Ooh. It occurs to me occasionally that you team principals might be interested in tabling a particular motion to the other members of the GMA for a season. I'd like to offer you the chance to add an additional vote to the season's number. Now, naturally, I wouldn't be the GMO Suprema if I just allowed you to choose a vote without some form of compensation, would I? The price is $1 million. What do you say? We have money to spare. Bear in mind, we have to save some money for next season. We have to save some money. But there's so much we can do with a vote. This will be totally worth it. I'm going to say yes. Now, there are 3 different things I'd probably suggest here. There's qualifying based grids. Right now, we're using an inverse driver championship grid, which means that because we're doing above average, in fact, at one point we were doing 1st and 2nd, we're going to get penalized because we've got good drivers and, you know, our car's going to pick up a little bit, but it's still going to be, but we're still going to be doing above average, which means that we will be below average on the qualifying grid because it's not a qualifying grid, it's just an inverse driver championship. The qualifying based grid would mean that we'd have not a 3 session, but just a, you know, everyone go and do a lap, fastest lap at the top, then the 2nd fastest and the 3rd fastest, you get it. That would benefit us. The other one is spec engine. We could do spec suspension, but it's not as big an impact on the car as an engine. Spec engine is good for a few reasons. Firstly, it removes that element of expense, which is several million a year. But most importantly, at least, you know, in my view, spec engines means that the only thing on the car that's not spec now, because gearbox is spec for next year, the only thing that's not on the car that's not spec is suspension. Which means that the cars are going to be nearly all the same, other than suspension. And then without the cars being particularly different, the only thing that's going to matter is your strategy, and I think we're pretty well off in the strategy department. Pit failures, we're okay in the pit department. And drivers. And we have the best drivers in the entire league. I think spec engines is probably more important to us than qualifying grid. If we do well next season with spec engines, we might actually be able to promote, because we have the best drivers. And if the cars are, assuming suspension doesn't make too much difference, assuming the cars are all equal, we're the best drivers. Flat out, that's our win. We know we've got the best drivers. Spec engines, how many people would be opposed to that? I mean, yeah, it wouldn't benefit us because we're a traditional team, whatever. It would. Don't worry, it would. We've got great drivers. So there's, 5 teams who are undecided. There's 2 against, one of which is me, and there's 3, who are totally down for it. Yeah, that would pass easily. Driver rates banned. That would be a bit of a crapshoot to pass, and it would make a small. It wouldn't make a small difference. Sorry, it would make a difference, but it wouldn't make a bigger difference as, say, banning engines. If we manage to get driver aids banned, so it's much more about how the drivers manage without their aids. It comes much more down to driver skill. That's a choice, but I think spec engines is probably more important. It also saves a lot of money. The other choice here is kind of a 2-choice scenario. Merit payments. Currently, we use a system of merit payments, which is flat like merit payments. Effectively, everyone earns a certain amount plus a little bit for how well you do in the team championship. So the difference between any one place is probably about an extra half to 3/4 mil, probably more like 3/4 mil. But that's not a massive difference. So if we had equality, everyone gets the same, regardless of what your place is. High and very high crank up that difference, so people at the bottom earn a lot less, people on the top get a lot more. This would benefit us. Both of these would benefit us. If we could pass very high, that would incredibly benefit us. The problem is, I don't think it will pass. Because the problem with very high merit payments is, yeah, it's only going to benefit the people at the really, really top. So, apparently, us, the top 3 here, we've got 4 arrayed against us. And I don't think that we can rely on the support of the other 3. I think that they're probably going to vote against. In my experience with this, it's very hard to get very high merit payment passed. High merit payments, that might pass. That might actually pass. Now, the choice comes down to, do we want to benefit ourselves in the long term, or do we want to try for a promotion next season? If we go spec engines, I give us a pretty reasonable chance, and by reasonable I mean we're approaching 50%, that we will promote next season, just because we've got amazing drivers. And if we promote next season, that's the time when a lot of our contracts elapse, which means that it kind of coincides nicely. Whereas if we go for merit payment, that won't apply this season, that'll apply next season, as all the new rules do. And if we do that, then we'll only get, 1 season extra worth of money, but it won't help us win that season. So we're probably looking at promoting in season 4 or 5. I think we have to go for the spec engines. We won't be able to get very high merit payment pass. We'd only be able to get high, so, we're not looking at a massive difference. I mean, it's a pretty reasonable difference, but I think spec engines will also save us about equivalent amount of money. So, yeah, we're going to try and pass spec engines. Because I am technically one of the teams who will not benefit, but I will, because I've got good drivers. So ignore what this says. We're going to spec engines. And I know what you're saying, but haven't you spent a lot of money getting really good engines for next year? I mean, I have, but even then, I don't think our engines are going to be good enough. In my experience, I always tend to lag behind my car. I really do. The other choice is that we could say, look, you know, screw it, we'll spec our suspension. But that doesn't have anywhere near as much impact on the car as an engine does. If we did that, I can't guarantee that shot at winning next year. If we spec our engines, I know we've invested money in it, but it's a sunk cost fallacy. Yes, we've invested money, but I can't guarantee ourselves the chance at a win that this guarantees us. That money's gone. That money is invested. We can't get that money back. We have to assume that this is a new scenario, a different choice. Do we want to get a 50-50 shot next year at promoting? This gives us it. Flat out. If we go with our engines, I can't guarantee anywhere near that. I can guarantee, you know, would be top 4, maybe top 3. Because we've invested a lot of money. But I can't guarantee a 50-50 at promotion. I really can't, because trust me, the people who get demoted from the league above every year come down, they've got some really nice kit. And we'll be competing against them. If they get demoted and they have to use spec engines, doesn't matter. Absolutely doesn't matter. That's why. Because even with our very best engines, we'll still be competing against other teams who will have a chance. If we go spec engines, it's a level playing field. We've got great drivers. We can totally do this. I think we go spec engines, and I know that we can pass this because we're flipping from against. So there'll only be 1 against, and there'll be 4 going for it. So we're going to confirm. We're going to spend that million. And I know some people are going to be like, we spent so much money already on engines. Yeah, I know I have. But that's a sunk cost fallacy. That money's gone. That money's invested. This is a different choice. And you know what? If we fail to get this vote through for some random happenstance, fine. That's the way the cookie crumbles. We've done our new engine. This is a medium risk engine, so we won't actually be using this. This was for next year. If the vote fails, yeah, we'll keep it for next year. If the vote succeeds, it doesn't matter about it next year because we're always using spec engines. So next year, if the vote passes, this engine won't matter. We might actually run it, even with a medium risk, just to buff our chances this year. We want to probably increase our suspension reliability since you're up to 90% there. And yeah, we'll actually crank that up to try and improve the engines and stuff we've got. Okay, new vote started. You know what? We could probably abstain and it might pass. I can't guarantee that, though. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to put 1 vote for and try and keep our 2, because I need to block anything that still comes across that might hamper our chances next year. Or, you know, if something nice comes across, like merit payments, I can push it over. But I think there's so many people for it. You know what? I did spend 2 million on this. Yeah, we'll spend 2 votes. We'll still keep 1 in reserve. Relying on our good drivers. We know we've got the best drivers. We can totally do this. Yeah, that vote's passed. Oh, holy crap. Yeah. 9-2. It passes. Fair enough. We'll have 2 votes for the next one. Upcoming vote. Ooh. I'm wondering if you're interested in voting in favor of the energy recovery system in the next vote. I can make it work. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the energy recovery system. What it is effectively you have a turbo in your car. And as you're going around corners and stuff, and you're accelerating, your battery builds up and you can press a turbo button and then, you know, push the car extra hard. The reason I'm not a fan of it is it's a lot of micromanagement and frankly, it's not really needed. It's unnecessary. No, I'm not going to... My vote is not for sale, because I'll probably be voting against it. Now, that's not a tactical reason, that's just a personal reason. Like, tactically, everyone gets a turbo. Doesn't really matter. I think that was something introduced with the GT DLC, so... In my opinion, you can actually forget about the DLC if you're really not interested in the GT. I'm much more interested in the F1. Personally, that DLC is... not necessary for me. I have it, but I don't find it required. Put it that way. Okay, our current race is 4% chance of rain. That one's the 3 miles. Okay. And you're done. Awesome. Oh, we're coming up to Munich. Let's do this. We're going to sneak in this cheeky race. Okay, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Choose a sponsor. I want to say 6th or above, but we'll go with 12 and above. Just get that guaranteed money, almost guaranteed money. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah. Let's fit our parts, make sure we've got everything. I think we've got everything fitted. Well, we haven't actually fitted that engine. Technically, we could run that engine. We've got spec engines next year. Sure. We'll run it. I won't run that engine for obvious reasons. It's actually worse at the moment. We need to top it up. Once it's topped up, we might well run it. Also, its reliability is trash. We need to work on it. Everything else topped? Yep, you're all topped up. You're all topped up. Sweet. Let's do this. Okay. Load it up. Let's give Munich a go. Hoping for a good result here. Now, we're not going to promote this season, but we can do well. We can do decently. And I feel we've got a good chance here. Also, looks ominous. Look at those clouds. Yeah, not looking at our chances there. Tyre choice, we're going to go with mediums. We've got decent tyre wear, just because our drivers are actually decent drivers for once. We're going to go with a... Ooh. Interesting setup. 16.7. 26.7. 21 PSI. A little bit more there, minus 2.4 on the camber. Bring you down to a 38. Bring you down to a 44. Seems good to me. And the same over here. So you went up to a 16.7. 26.7. Negative there. Minus 38. And a 44. And soft. Just make sure you've got the one in the corner, because that's my preference. I might end up clicking the wrong tyre otherwise. Take practice session, let's do this. Alright, do your practice lap. Make it a good one. Ah, we've got the full length of the outside instead of that wiggly cut there. Nice. Right. Give it a bit of a welly. Come on. Give me feedback as well. Like, let me know. Is the car doing okay? This bend here is always a fun one, coming up to this final last straight here. There can be a lot of changes there. Right, we've got a great. Are you above 90%? 94. That is good enough for me. Out you go. What about you? You've got a good. Goods are pretty easy to change. Especially when they appear here rather than in handling. We're going to crank you up. Yeah. This is a simple one, because if it's wrong, it's down, and then we're done. Like, it's an easy choice to make. I can just leave her out until she says something about, like, the speed or the acceleration. Yeah, just leave her out until she says something. Gives us some feedback. Okay. Any feedback, Lara? No? Okay. Fair enough. I'm loving the handling. You say the gearing's great. Like, yeah, I know. We know about you. The question is, Lara. Tell me about your gearing. Oh, you know, don't. That's an equally valid strategy. It's not an valid strategy. Tell me about it. Like, seriously. Like, can I ask? Can someone give me the radio? Be like, this is Elysium Mother. Can you tell me about the downforce? Really, the downforce? Can you tell me about your acceleration? Over. What's your feeling of the top speed? Over. Nah, the downforce is amazing. Out. You don't say over and out, because over is I'm waiting for you to respond. I finish what I'm saying and I'm waiting. Out is, you know, I finished talking. Over and out is a contradiction in terms. Can we have a lesser balance towards top speed? So we got it wrong there. Okay. Thank you very much. We finally got that little bit of response we needed. Yeah, screw it. We'll try 25. We'll push it all the way down there. Right. Let me know what you think. Come on. We're still in the top 10 for our laps. So I feel pretty reasonable about this. Oh, Lara's trying to overtake someone on her out lap. That's impressive. Get out of my way. Shoot, shoot. There we go. Lara's going to overtake on the inside. Yes! Oh, didn't quite get the acceleration there. Ow! Oh! Oh, we managed to get on the outside. But coming into that corner does not benefit us. Speed balance feels much better now. Excellent. Right, well, we'll keep it that then. Stop getting in my way. Yes, Lara! Now, the problem is you've got acceleration on that straight. That's really helping. Oh, you just need to just straight back out. Go. Still can't shake him. Who's that? Dembelly. I'm gonna call you Dumbledore. Perfect gear. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Still can't get rid of Dumbledore. Oh, we got rid of Dumbledore. Wow, that was a... Where did you get the acceleration from? That was some crazy acceleration right there. Oh my god, we're gonna be just shy of getting tier 3. Please, please, get tier 3. Get tier 3. Oh my god, why? Why would you do this to me? So close. That's our payment for, like, what was it, 2 races ago? We managed to get tier 3, then, like, just the whisper. Like, the whisper? The whisker. Like a whisker. Like a hair's breadth. Not a whisper. Yeah, still. Oh, let's see how we can do today. Not going for a wet tactic, although water could happen. As far as we can see, though, no water headed our way. We'll want soft and race trim. Fueling can go swing as far as I'm... Intermediate tires more slowly. Well, we don't even know if it's going to rain, so no. Driver strategy, out the gate, I want you burning. And car setup, let's have a look at car setup. 15 laps, the fuel for 6, so yeah, we're going to need to be pitting at about lap 5 on both of them. We could do so on pit lap 4 and drop an extra bit. That way, our fuel tanks are a little bit better. Like, we'll be pitting separately. Like, they'll be pitting what they call sequentially rather than at the same time. Now, sequentially kind of still implies that, I guess. On 2 different laps. Staggered. Staggered. There we go. We can stagger the... So someone comes in on lap 4 because you'll run out of fuel earlier because we're going to be burning hard. So you'll come in lap 4 and then we send Lara in on lap 5. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I like this. Our tyres are going to be really fresh considering the tyres are nice for like 10 laps or more. Okay, come on. It's not great so far. 15th and 18th is... We can do better than that. Oh, nice! 12th and 14th. That was a good jump there. Really nice jump. 11th and 15th. 11th and 14th. We'll see what we can do. Doing very nicely so far. Now, when we've got spec engines as well, and spec gearboxes, expect the pack to be very tight, because no one's going to have dissimilar cars to be able to pull away with. How are we doing for fuel and stuff? We're okay. You're probably going to be burning very heavily all the way through. You can pull off the tyres a little bit, mainly because... Oh, what? Some asshole hit me and lost me in my front wing. Pit. You're just going to have to pit straight now. We need that wing. I guess... Does this add an extra pit? Yeah, this adds an extra pit. Unless we make this 6 laps fuel last for 7. There we go. You can see they pitted at the same time. I got a drive-through penalty. It was our fault. God damn it. Engel, did you really have to do that? You screwed everything up. Okay, Lara. You can be a bit more relaxed now. Okay, Engel's out. He's got a drive-through penalty. I think he's already paid it off because he went into the pits, but surely you have to drive through the pits again? I don't know if that's a bug or not, or just not an understanding of the rules of how it works, or I don't know. Effectively, a drive-through penalty means you need to go into the pits, and you need to spend time in the pits, because you did a bad thing. And, you know, the pits has a speed limit, so going into the pits limits your speed, and you take a penalty for it. Right, Engel, you're going to have to make that fuel last. We might see some people pitting now. I doubt it until a lap's time, though. Yeah. But no one pitted that time around. Okay, this is the time. We're going to see people pitting. Lara, I want you to get in there, get me some new tyres, and I want you to get 5 laps of fuel. Still doing balanced pits, because we know a lot of other people are going to be pitting, so... You know what? Maybe we shouldn't do a balanced pit. We know what people are going to be pitting, so getting a fast pit is going to be very important to get out in front of the pack. I think it's a fast pit. It's a fast pit time. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. And Engel, this is your chance to make lost time up. Here we go. Lara's out. Straight into 4th. And Engel manages to take 9th. Not a bad claim back. Claim back? Claim back. I'm going to go with claim back. Lara, how you doing? You doing okay? Probably a little bit more fuel than we needed, but hey, it happens. I wanted to go for 5 laps. I think I gave you 6. Engel, you are doing okay as well. Still got to save that fuel, though. Looks like you might have just about started to save enough. It's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight. But still, 4th and 9th is a decent place to be holding. Hopefully we can improve on that. Or, you know, 4th and 10th. Oh, it's going to be very tight. I think we're going to run out of fuel about here on the next snap, which should be okay. We'll still have enough momentum. Oh, someone there had to pit. Okay. Well, let's make this one count. Let's get a nice lap going. Okay, if we don't make any gains, if we'd like to run at medium power, we would run out of fuel here. I think we're going to end up running out of fuel here. I think that's just about acceptable. So here we go. This is the last lap of Engel. You'll need to pit for that. You'll need to top up your fuel tank to 6 laps of fuel. Parts are fine. And you want to do this balanced. I don't want to push our luck into a fast. I'll take the plus 10% risk by doing a balanced over safe. I won't take the plus 15. Okay, here we go. We're coming up to the moment of truth. Can we get round this corner with this fuel? Oh, yes! My early prediction was correct. We did lose a little bit of time, but not a lot. Put you on medium before I forget. How much is that mistake? 4 seconds. It's not the worst mistake we've had, but it's pretty naff. That's kind of relegated us a little bit with the pack now. Because people are going to be starting to pit, actually this lap. Lara's going for an extra lap, though. So we're going to make this one count. Yeah, God, look at first. Rocketing ahead there. Lara. You only want 4 laps of fuel. And I want you to pit balance. I don't want to risk a pit fast. I'm going to switch you to overdrive just to try and take over that pack. Take over, overtake. We're going to 15th. That'll do. 11th. Why did I say 15th? I meant 11th. Okay, here we go. Overtake mode, overtake mode, overtake mode, overtake mode, overtake mode, and in! Why did I get 5 laps of fuel? Oh, it keeps rounding up. It's annoying. I don't want that rounded up. Let's burn the extra lap of fuel. That's, you know, wasted time. We're out in second, though. I don't think we're going to get better than 11th with Falco, and that's entirely due to that collision early on. Lara, we might be able to hold on to a high-tier position. It's going to be tricky holding on to second, though. 3 seems to have substantial acceleration buff. Look at how quickly they catch up on those corners. 3 is going to be a problem. It's Valdez, so... Falco's down to 13th? Dear God, Falco, what did you do? Okay, Lara, come on. Come on! We want those points. Points mean prizes. 13, you are pretty far behind. Lara, how are you liking that engine? I know it is a risky engine. Just don't say it to anyone who's listening. We didn't get... Did we get new tyres? I must have skipped the new tyres when I pitted Lara. Hey, it made all the difference. We ended up in second rather than third on that one round. Let's see if we can keep it going for another lap. The ride is screwed. What's wrong with the suspension? Nothing! Just carry on. Pretend nothing's happening. Now, this one we weren't going around overdrive. So... this one's going to be tight. Right. I want you to attack. I want you to attack. We're just losing these. Like the last bit of everything you've got is consumable. We'll probably even push you to high soon. Do it. Okay, Lara. Just don't get overtaken at the last minute, because that really can happen. Whoa. Yes, we made it. We're in second. Very nice. Engelhardt. Are you still looking at excess fuel? Hit overtake mode, but it's not going to be good enough. 12th. That's second and 12th is... I mean, second, don't get me wrong. Podium position, loving it. But 12th on Engelhardt. If you just hadn't crashed into someone, the incompetence of my people is disappointing at this stage. You meant to be better than that. You meant to be better. And I expect better. I hold you to that standard. I'm paying you enough. Dear God, I'm paying you enough. For shame, Falco. For shame. Please don't catch my rule break. Yeah! Okay. How are we doing for everything else? We're 4th and 6th now. Lara's overtaken Falco in the Drivers' Championship. And we are 2nd. Ooh. There's no way we're touching Eastwood, though. Eastwood are... yeah, look at that. We just can't touch that lead. It's just not happening. But we are 2nd now. Points mean prizes. There we go! See? People picked up my phrase. It's totally my phrase. It's not anyone else's. I didn't steal it. But... thank you very much for joining me for a lovely double race episode. Don't think that's going to happen particularly often, but I felt like it. Ooh. Fuel economy. Fuel burns more slowly, allowing the driver to use a higher engine mode. Ooh. Or do awesome pit strategies that only involve pitting once. We could have used that this time around. For now, though, I've been EnterElysium. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you have, remember to like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. But until next time, stay shiny.